I keep coming back to the belt buckle. Not the hitting, the buckle. He notices it, mid-swing. That's the kind of detail that tells you this isn't the first time. And the worst part, his dad isn't wrong that he loves him. That's true. And this is also true, both at once. Above that barn, the gods keep the world perfect. No hunger, no war, no fear. All it costs is 5 children, 1 from each family. Why? Nobody knows. Nobody's supposed to. Somewhere in that same paradise, there's a girl who's never missed a meal, never been afraid of anything. And she's the one saying the whole system is rotten. Funny how that works. The ones closest to the fire never have to feel it. None of them think they're the villain. Not his father, not the families, not even the gods themselves. So how does this become normal for anyone? So let's actually go back to the beginning, before the belt, before any of it. Every night, this family thanks the great fathers and mothers for their perfect world, out loud, like a routine. Nobody questions it, not even the part about sacrifice. That's the first thing this comic does that most fantasy stories don't. It doesn't build up to the horror. It opens with everyone already at peace with it. But then there's this. His little sister, stealing food off her own plate, sneaking it to him in the barn. Nobody told her to do that. She just still sees him as her brother. Hold on to her. She's going to matter a lot more later. And then morning comes, and the price gets collected. The harvest. Like it's crops, like it's weather. He's not alone on this walk, though. There's a girl named Noom. The others call her the Messiah of Hope, and she volunteers for this. Willingly, joyfully, even. And that's where the comic gets genuinely interesting, because none of these kids agree on what's actually happening to them. One girl's convinced they're being fed to a monster in the sea. Another thinks it's a volcano. Noom believes they're being trusted to help run the world. Here's the thing, though. Noom grew up special, chosen, fed. The other kids grew up in cages, treated like livestock. Of course they don't see this the same way she does. Belief is easy when the world's never starved you. Pigeon's the one who says what nobody wants to hear. None of them actually know. They're all just choosing whichever story hurts the least. So they keep walking, through the cold, through the mountains, chained together like this is just weather to get through. And somewhere in that climb, Noom falls. Pigeon checks on her, and she looks at him like he's the one who's confused. She tells him it's just a test of devotion, that they're almost there, and on the other side, it's paradise. She actually believes it. At this point, she sounds completely delusional, genuinely, like someone who's convinced herself of something because the alternative is too much to carry. Then they reach a certain point in the climb, and the hoods go on. No more seeing where they're going, just following the sound of a voice telling them where to step. That's the whole system in one image, honestly. Walk blind, trust the voice, don't ask where it's leading. And then the hoods come off. And there it is, paradise, exactly like she said. So maybe Noom was right after all. Except we already know better than to trust that. Because up until now, we've only heard about the gods from a distance. It's time you actually saw them. This is Rokos, not a god who controls the sun itself. Every morning, he's the one starting it up. He's married to Luna, the moon. He's also got a mistress, Sha, who isn't thrilled about how much time he spends on his actual wife. And somewhere in the middle of all that is their daughter, Soluna. Back at the castle, she's watching the same lords everyone just met, and she's not impressed. She's grown up around these people her whole life, and she's already decided she never wants to become them. That's worth sitting on for a second. The person closest to power is the one most disgusted by it. Everyone else has to take it on faith. She gets to see it up close. Meanwhile, the kids are living exactly the good life Noom promised. Games, food, laughter. Even Pigeon starts to relax a little. Almost. Then some overly cheerful adults show up singing in rhyme, like someone told them that's how you calm children down. They sit 4 of the kids down for hair and makeup, and hide spikes inside the hoods they're about to lower onto their heads. Noom's the last one hooded. She sees the kid next to her go slack. She finally understands, and it's too late. Which brings us to what all of this was actually for. Rokos hosts a party every 20 years. The gods raise a glass of something blue and drink deep, and they get young again, right there in front of everyone. Wrinkles gone, gray hair gone, like time just reversed. Luna, his wife, calls it exactly what it is. She says they're not gods, they're parasites, toasts to the blood of the innocent, and walks out. Nobody stops drinking. And back on the farm, while all this is happening, Pigeon's father is drunk and furious, screaming at a crowd for adoring gods who take their children and never bleed for it themselves. He's right, and it changes nothing. That's the part that actually hurts. Being right was never going to save anyone. Now here's the twist I genuinely didn't see coming. The caretaker, the one running the extraction, making the elixir, is one of Pigeon's people. Not a god, not even close, just someone who got close enough to the machine to start running it himself. He made extra sacrifices on the side, kept some kids off the books, because he wants what the gods have, and he thinks he's earned it, which makes him almost more dangerous than the actual gods. They inherited this cruelty. He chose it. Soluna storms in demanding the truth, because this kingdom's going to be hers one day. She's got her father's sword. She even kills a few of his men. But then they threaten her pet. And just like that, all her fury turns into fear, and she's caught. While all this happens, Pigeon's been quietly asking the other kids where the missing ones go. They don't have an answer, just faith. So he finds a tunnel himself and follows it. The caretaker straps her in and finally says the quiet part out loud. The gods used to be mortal. The elixir is the only reason they're not. He was supposed to become one of them for his part in all this. He wasn't. So even the man enforcing this system got betrayed by it. This is where the whole comic stops pretending. Rokos goes looking for Soluna, and he finds Luna instead, or rather, all of her. Her different phases, standing close together, always watching. He accuses her of hiding their daughter out of spite. He loses control. And he kills them. All of them. His own wife in pieces because his temper ran out before his guilt did. Remember, this is one of the gods keeping the world perfect. Meanwhile, Soluna's strapped into the machine, being drained drop by drop. Her fear, her divine essence, everything that makes her a god. By the time we see her face again, she's gray, hollow, barely herself. Then the system breaks. Pigeon crashes straight through the plumbing and shatters the container holding what they've been pulling out of her. And it doesn't hit the floor. It goes into him. An accident hands a farm boy who's been beaten his whole life the exact kind of power that built this entire nightmare. He asks if she's okay. Then the floor gives out, and they fall into a pit. Every child this world has ever harvested, piled here and forgotten. And Pigeon finds Noom, the girl who told them the truth would set them free. Just another body in the pile. There's no time to mourn her. The caretaker's men are already hunting them through the bog, and Soluna's body is failing. Whatever power she has left isn't enough anymore. So she does the one thing she's never had to do before. She begs, screams to her mother, confesses what she is, a child of the gods, and asks to be saved. The sky says nothing back, because her mother's already gone. The guards close in, and whatever's inside Pigeon now takes over. This isn't a hero moment, it's a slaughter. He tears through grown, armored men like paper. When it's over, he just stares at his hands. He doesn't understand what he did. So Luna does. She screams that he stole it, her power, her birthright, calls him a filthy pigeon and tries to hit him. The goddess is gone. The entitlement isn't. He doesn't fight back, just holds her still, looks her in the eyes, and tells her the truth. You'll do nothing. So Luna's got nothing left. She doesn't have her power. Her mom is gone. So she begs, asks Pigeon, the boy she just called a filthy pigeon, to save her. And it's like Pigeon's completely changed. He looks at her coldly and tells her that she's been helped her entire life, and the only way to actually help her now is to leave her to fend for herself. And she doesn't stop. She tries again. Help me. My family will reward you. His answer is the coldest line in the whole book. Your family murdered my best friend. I'm going to reward them. I genuinely didn't see that coming. Honestly, I thought this was going to be a story about two people, one from up there, one from down here, teaming up to tear the system down together. Instead, one of them just found out the other one isn't interested in saving anybody, not even her. And that's the part I keep landing on. Somewhere in that pit, Pigeon stopped being the boy who got beaten for making himself visible. He's already deciding who gets left behind, and he's not losing sleep over it. So tell me, when the powerless finally get power, why do we assume they'll use it any better than the ones who had it first?